Hello everyone, welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda. In today's video, we are going to do cat's eye pearl chrome nails. So I really love both of these looks, but putting them together takes the design to a whole new level. So I really hope you like this one as much as I do. Now to start off with, I'm going to go in with a base coat and colour in one. So we're using one of the Kiki London rubber colour bases. Now of course you would go in and do all of your natural nail prep to begin with before coming in and applying your base coat. I wanted to talk a little bit about why I've chose a rubber colour base in one. Now you could just go in with a clear base if you preferred and then put a colour of your choice down under your cat's eye gel polish. Depending on the look you're going for, you could go for something like a black or a white and it would give you a completely different effect. By using one of the rubber colour bases, you're giving a neutral base for your cat's eye and a neutral colour and your base coat in one. So it kind of speeds up the process, which is great if you are working in a salon, as you have cut out the need of now needing to apply a gel polish colour over your base coat. So I've gone for a nice pale shade. I wanted this to look quite light and fresh to give it a spring vibe. If you wanted to go for a darker one, you would of course go in with a more pigmented darker base, or of course if you wanted to go for a different effect you would need to go in and do your black gel polish, but we're keeping everything light and spring, so the rubber colour bases worked perfectly here. I've then selected 4 of the Kiki London cat's eye gel polishes. So this first one is Cosmic Dust, which is a beautiful kind of like a pastel lilac. I feel as though it's got all those galaxy vibes, so Cosmic Dust suits it perfectly. And I'm just going to do one coat of this because we've got that rubber base underneath. We're going to get full pigmentation coming through from the cat's eye gel polish without having to do 2 coats. So again, this is great if you are working in a salon, you're needing to do something quick. So we've done 1 coat, and then whilst that's still wet, I've gone in with my magnet to create my cat's eye effect. Now again, at this step you can play around here and create whichever cat's eye effect that you like. This is my favorite, just a simple swoosh across the nail. I think it's a great way to get the effect from the cat's eye coming through, but then also being very quick and easy. And then for our second nail, we're going to use Champagne Silk. So as you can see, this one kind of has a bit of a rose gold look to it. I do feel as though all these 4 colours suit spring beautifully because they're quite soft and muted, but they've still got like a pastel effect coming through to them. So I think they're really great colours for spring. And of course, if you don't want to apply the chrome over the top of these, you can just use these for your cat's eye effect. They do look beautiful, as you can see on their own. I think this one looks absolutely stunning. When you place the magnet down, you get this darker shade underneath, and it really makes that pearlescent cat's eye effect pop across the top. And I think this is why these work so well with a pearl chrome finish as well, because the cat's eye effect in them is kind of like a pearl effect. I just think it's such a great combination that I've been wanting to share it with you guys for a little while. And this is one of my all-time favorite colors for spring since this collection released. This is Botanical Garden, and I reach for this one quite a lot. It's such a beautiful fresh green. I feel as though this actually works really well for autumn as well, because I quite like a green in autumn, but it's definitely a favorite for spring or those sunny summer days. Now when you are applying your first coat, or the only coat in this case, of your cat's eye gel polish, you want to make sure that it's nice and thin but also even as well. So I like to go in with not too much on my brush, but I'm swiping over the nail a few times just to even the colour out. You don't necessarily have to do this if you're doing 2 coats, because naturally you've got a coat of the same colour underneath. But if I'm doing 1 coat, I'm keeping it thin because we don't want to add 2 coats. Don't want to add 1 coat and it be bulky, but I'm just swiping over it a few times to make sure the colour's nice and even, so that we get that nice smooth effect when we go in with our magnet. Now you could do 2 coats if you prefer. It would make the colour pop a little bit more, but I kind of didn't want that for this particular look. But there's quite a few other cat's eye gel polish videos up on the channel where we've done so many different things with cat's eye, so I kind of like to try and mix it up whenever I do a video featuring them, just to show you how versatile they are. And I think this particular look is very salon friendly. It does also make a great base if you want to do a more intricate design as well. If you're one of the girlies who love the layered look, this is great because you've got your cat's eye base, and then you're going to have your layer of pearl chrome, and then you could come over the top if you wanted with foils, decals, stamping, hand painted nail art, whatever your heart desired, and it would give you that full-on layered look. So on the third nail we did the gorgeous Mermaid Cove. This one's very vibrant compared to the others, but I absolutely loved it, and I did mean to say fourth shade there, not third. So there are our 4 cat's eye gel polish colours applied with the cat's eye effect. Now, because we're going to be doing a pearl chrome over the top, you do still need to come in and top coat your cat's eye gel polish, but it's very important that you choose a top coat that dries with a no wipe finish. So you want a top coat that doesn't have a tacky inhibition layer left behind after curing. So I'm using the crystal top coat for this step. Out of the Kiki London top coats, you could use either the crystal top coat, the no wipe top coat, or the rubber top coat, because they all have a no wipe glossy finish. And I'm just going to apply a thin coat of this. This is going to seal our cat's eye gel polish in, but most importantly, it's giving us a layer for our chrome to stick on top of, because we then will have to top coat again to seal our chrome in. So that's why I reached for the crystal top coat here, because it's a very thin consistency, whereas when I do my final top coat, I'm actually going to use the rubber top coat, because that's my favorite top coat to use over any kind of chrome. So for now, we're just popping a thin coat of this over all of our nails, and at this point, if you didn't want to do a pearl chrome finish, if you just wanted cat's eye, then the design would be done for you. Nice and simple, but they do look magical. Now, the crystal top coat does require a 60-second cure, so once I had done all 4 nails, I popped these in to cure in my Kiki London lamp for 60 seconds. You will need to check your top coats. Some of them have a slightly different cure time. For example, some of them might be 30 seconds, but if you are ever in doubt, then 60 seconds is best to stick with. So once we had got that cured, this is the Kiki London Pearl Chrome that we're going to be using. As you can see, it's a gorgeous white chrome. This is great for so many nail designs. So we're going to go in and use my silicone tool. So I'm taking a small amount on the Kiki London silicone tool, and I usually go in and do a circular motion and then start rubbing the chrome down the nail. Now, I noticed I was having a few issues when I was applying my chrome, and I never have any issues with the Kiki London chrome. And I noticed I'd actually lent my silicone tool down next to my cuticle oil, and there was some cuticle oil on my silicone tool, so this was messing up my chrome application. So I dusted it off a little bit, and you can see it just hasn't transferred as nicely. So off camera, I did end up going in and cleaning my silicone tool with an alcohol wipe, but then it was a little bit damp, so I carried on using it. But I showed you what I do if I am ever having any issues with chrome, and that's to go in with your gloved finger and a tiny bit of chrome and just smooth it all out, and then this just gives you a flawless finish. So this is great as well if you don't have a silicone tool. This is the way I would apply the Kiki London chromes if I didn't have the silicone tool. However, when you're working on clients, I do feel as though using the tool comes across a little bit more professional. It does also give a more precision application, so I do prefer to go in and still use the silicone tool. So even though I was having a few issues here, it got better as I went along, because obviously I'd cleaned it with some alcohol, and then once that alcohol dried, the tool was kind of back to normal. But for the duration of the video, just to keep on the safe side, I carried on going in, applying with the silicone tool, but then finishing off that burnish with my gloved finger. This won't work if you haven't got gloves on. But as you can see, it gives off such a stunning finish. I really love how it's quite subtle, but it just changes the effect that the cat's eye gel polish has. Now, of course, you don't have to use the chrome powder over a cat's eye base. You can use this over absolutely any color of your choice. Again, this is another product that's been featured quite heavily on the YouTube channel, as it's very fun to use. Now, one thing I do want to say is you do want to make sure that it is burnished in nice and smoothly. So usually I would just use my silicone tool, go over it once or twice, give it a good rub around with circular motions, and then I like to go in with up and down motions. A little bit of chrome powder goes a long way, so you just need to take a small amount on your silicone tool. If you did find that you needed a little bit more, then it's better to go in and get more than add more to begin with, because if you apply too much, it ends up being harder to burnish in, and then you are simply wasting your product. But how smooth and beautiful does that look? I love how when you tilt the nails in the light, you still get that cat's eye effect underneath, but it's got that beautiful pearlescent finish. I am then going to take the Kiki London dust brush and just very, very gently dust over the top of all the nails, just to make sure any excess chrome powder has been removed. You only want to do this with a soft brush like the dust brush, because that chrome powder hasn't been set in any top coat yet. So if you went in with a too hard bristly brush, you would scratch the chrome powder and then you would lose how smooth it looks. So I only ever dust off excess with the Kiki London dust brush. And I do have two dust brushes, one that I use for like during my prep, so if I'm doing any filing or buffing or refining at the end of a gel set of nails, and then I have a separate brush that I keep for my chromes and glitters. This way I'm not going to be using one with dust in it, that's when I'm doing my chrome application. So now we're going to come in and seal that pearl chrome powder in. So for this step, as I mentioned, I'm going to be using the rubber top coat, simply because this is a little bit thicker. It's amazing for encapsulating any kind of nail art, but you do want to be careful. You want to go in and float your top coat on, whichever top coat you are using. You want to avoid using it sparingly or applying too much pressure and dragging the product through the chrome, because otherwise you can disrupt the application of the chrome and again lose that smooth finish. So I just take a small amount onto my brush, but I float it down the nail, wipe over a few times if you want to even the application out, but you want to just avoid dragging directly on top of that chrome powder. Now this does require a 60-second cure, so I popped this in for 60 seconds, and how whimsical and beautiful do these look for spring. I absolutely love them. It's such an easy technique to do, so if you haven't tried it, definitely give it a go. If you did enjoy today's design, do let me know which colour was your favourite in the comments below. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscription button if you haven't already, and I shall see you all again in next Friday's video. Lots of love. Bye bye.